Obviously a fantastic victory over, a legend of the sport that's been around forever. Give me an idea what kind of feeling is for you right now.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for the opportunity to fight in the UFC. Thank you to Dana White for picking me in the Contender Series, the UFC itself, and I want to thank Matt Brown. Fighting him and getting a win over him is amazing. I mean, it's my second fight in the UFC, and I got an opportunity to step in with a legend, like a true gangster in the division, and it was awesome. It literally just turned into a scrap. I wanted to stay disciplined. I mean, I don't know what happened. We just got in there, and I was just like, let's just do it. And then, everything turned up well for me. So again, thank God, and thank you to my team, MMA Masters, Cesar Sergey, Round 5, all the guys back home, Kevin Gleason, Greg Choplin, everybody back at Round 5, everybody at South Florida, Davey, Carl Ranieri, Kevin Gleason. Again, if I mentioned you, I'm sorry. Wagner, the list goes on. Coach Morgan, all that.
I was going to ask you what was going through your mind, because I can't imagine that the game plan was like, hey, let's just go in there and brawl with Matt Brown and see what happens. So it turns into a brawl. Is anything going through your head? What are you thinking?
No, I mean, we got in there, I landed a few things, and all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, I just saw something and I went for it, and obviously he got me before I got him, and it turned into a scrap, and I'm playing for it, but it just turned that way, and I felt like I got it to him first, and I ended up getting to him later on in the second round.
Yeah, you mentioned getting tagged. Can you tell me how hurt were you? Was it a struggle?
Everybody says they didn't get hurt or anything like that. I know I got hit with something. Definitely. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that was nothing. You can look at the replay, man. It was definitely something. But it hurt, but it wasn't anything I felt like I couldn't recover from. Just kind of a quick flash. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, and then I was able to find my feet again and then keep going. Yeah.
What was the key? Quick finish in the second round. Were there any adjustments made? Or
I feel like I got the timing better. I got, I kind of saw his entry, and I was able to capitalize on the counter.
Nice. Last thing for me, you get a win this early in your career over a name like that. Where do you go from here? What's next?
Whatever the UFC has next for me. We haven't said no. We just take the fights. I got a great team behind me. Again, all the guys at MMA Masters. My coach, Cesar Square. I got a couple of coaches, Cesar Carnero, Daniel Valverde, Cesar Sergey. They believe in me no matter what, and I believe in them, so we're ready to go. And they support me and they train me, and I feel like we can go and take on anybody. So.
Miguel, right here.
Yes.
Matt Brown had obviously been fighting for about 10 years before you even made your professional debut, to the point where when he got you against the cage, all of us in the back were like, here come the elbows that we've seen a million times. So how much of Matt Brown had you watched even before you were matched up?
Oh, man. I think he was on the Ultimate Fighter 7, and I remember watching the first Ultimate Fighter when I was 12, and I was like, man, I want to do that. I've said this before, but I saw that, and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I want to get into it, And I remember watching every Ultimate Fighter after that, and then seeing him and how tough he was even back then, saying how much of a badass he was. And when I first got the name, again, me and my team were like, is there another Matt Brown in the division we don't know about? There too. And it turned out to be him, and it was just like it was an honor. It was like, if the UFC thinks that highly of me, then let's do it.
Were there any moments in there, after you said you had watched him, that felt a little surreal when you would see these?
Immediately, dude. Seeing his face, just seeing it, I was like, oh, that's Matt Brown. That's really Matt Brown, And it was just a crazy thing. As soon as we kind of squared out, I'm like, it sounds weird, but you kind of dream of these moments, and then it was there, and it was just a crazy feeling, to get to punch him in the face and him punch me in the face, in a way, a dream come true,
Thank you.